Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. Glad to hear this Tuesday morning. We're glad to be back here, and I hope you enjoyed yesterday's show with the red snapper trip. Had a lot of fun, a lot of good eating on that. So we're going to big week planned. The rest of this week is going to be some really cool stuff, as it has always been since we've been doing the show. So we'll continue that. High today, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center on the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High is 83, low is all the way down to 75. Water temperature is 82 degrees. The river readings at Apalachicola Bluntstown at a 9.4. And the Choctawhatchee at Caryville at a 6.3. Our river reading is brought to us by Sandhill Seafood, right up on Highway 77, just north of Bozeman School. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Today, so we got some really strong tides. Last week was some weak tides, but this week's going to be strong. Today, June the 12th, so we're looking at the high tide at 8:09 this morning and coming in strong at 6, all the way strong to a high tide at 6:42. The low tide will be, So high in the morning, low in the afternoon. Marine forecast south-southwest. We're looking at south-southwest at about 10. All right, let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get caught up on some pictures. There's all kind of exciting things the last couple of days on in the latter part of the last week. So we're going to get started on them, and we're not going to get them all done. We're going to get a good start. How about my buddy Shane Raffield, one of my former students? You can see the Raffield bloodline pretty strong. They're still catching fish. He and his wife Christine on some nice redfish. Big old smile, Shane Raffield. Victor Hathcote, hadn't heard from Victor in a while. With his beautiful wife Sheila, she can catch. Look at there, over there in South Walton. Good job, Sheila. I'm glad you're showing your husband how to catch fish. This is just the results last week of the of Old Nick's. Trey Nick's speckled trout tournament over in Freeport. I just want you to look at the sizes, because these are some really good sizes. You're talking about 6.44 pounds first place and on down. You got 3 6-pounders, then the rest of them all the way through 9th place is 5-pound trouts. That's some good, healthy. You look at the length on them, 27, 28 inches. Ironically, the 27-inch was shorter but still won. That was probably a big female, all the way down to 10 places. So I just want to show you the sizes of those trout over in Choctawhatchee Bay. Good job, Trey Nick, for running that tournament. This is what happens with a kid. 20 minutes of no bites, the struggle is real. If you've taken kids fishing, they're gonna get tired in about 15 or 20 minutes if they don't catch anything, so y'all can identify with that. How about my buddy Greg Brudnicki? His dad is amazing, an amazing man. Is still fishing, is still catching big fish. I want to say that was 26 inches over there in East Bay. Good job, Mr. Brudnicki. All right. Okay, here's Billy Grantham up there in Jackson County. Billy was over here in East Bay now. That's a nice red fish there. Then he caught some more and had a good trip over there. Billy's a good outdoorsman, does a lot of outdoor stuff. Important announcement now, catawba trees for sale. You don't see this a lot. They're 3 years old and already ready to plant. And if you own $11, so yes, 300, okay? And this is up in, this is Delicia McLean sent this in, and here's the phone number here. They're up in Altha off Highway 274. I'm gonna run there and get some of those. Everybody needs a catawba tree. In fact, I'm gonna get 2 or 3 for down to Howard Creek. All you folks at Howard Creek, I know y'all have some, but you don't have enough. If you got a fish camp, you got to have a couple of catawba trees planted in the yard. We're going to talk about those catawbas later. This is one of the biggest fish I've seen in a while. Caleb Pitts, of course, there was a school board there. Maintenance is one of these great workers. I've known Caleb since he was in school. Folks, this is a fine grouper. I told Caleb he needs to get that one mounted. I'm serious. He said he already ate it, but they went. He and his buddies and all went on a excellent grouper trip over the weekend. In fact, here it is right here. That's some fine grouper right there, and some scamp. Good job, Caleb Pitts and his crew. Junior Kelly, Pam Peterson Kelly sent this. He made 1 cast. Junior made 1 throw and caught 13 mullet. Not bad. That's coming out of Crooked Island, and Junior does that about every weekend. Good job, Junior. One cast ain't bad for 13. Diane Livingston and Kenny Livingston, and another awesome day at Crooked Island. You can see the selection of fish there, some drum and redfish and trout. Good job, Kenny. Good. David Rich at the Port St. Joe Marina. A lot of snapper brought in over the weekend, and that's some fine snapper there, David. I don't know how, they look like about 25 pounders. All right, David. This is interesting now. FWC is hosting a Deer Manager 101 course in Jackson County. I won't read you the whole thing, but this is interesting in that what they're doing. If you're in the 6-county region, okay, it's going to be Thursday, June the 21st from 9 to 3 at Chipola College. The 6 counties in Northwest Florida, which is also known as the Florida Panhandle, Bay, Calhoun, Gulf, Holmes, Jackson, and Washington. That's our viewing area. And you got participants, you'll be there all day long, have an opportunity to meet local law enforcement officers and learn about their services and different things about, you know, interesting stuff. The lunch will be provided, but you must pre-register by June 18th. So call FWC, tell them you saw it on Panhandle Outdoors, you want to get registered for that free class. And here's a fishing report Mitch Coleman sent over here. I didn't get it in last week. Water 80 to 81. Kind of cloudy with local rains. The king bite is good on most reef areas. The group are eating live bait on the rubble piles, and some pompanos still on the beaches. So you know, if you get a chance, they're still there. I got to tickle this. One of my former students, April Kimmel. She's married now. April Kimmel Vaughn, good outdoor girl. When you sherry grouper with a lemon shark, her husband, the one in the left hand. Her husband caught that, but look on the one in the right hand, what a shark. Actually, I think that would have been bigger, but that's a clean bite of a shark, and there's some sharks out there. There's a neat idea. Tannis Brock Knight, Tannis Brock made this for her grandson, Curtis, who just graduated. But isn't that a great cake for graduation class of 2018? Curtis Knight. Good job, Tannis. Curtis is a big outdoorsman. Brian Revere up there at Greenhead. He got rain on and sat in the truck a couple of hours, but ended up being a crappy day. Y'all see what I did here. He said he caught about a dozen of these. Nice, up in the sand hills. And my buddy Paul Thrasher is building this boat here. He's going to use it for crabbing, wade fishing, wade floundering, just sort of pull along. But that's neat to build a boat, and Paul is a good builder. Well, look at all the C-clamps and all. But a little something like that, just, you know, pull along, but, you know, you don't get in it, but pull along with all your stuff in it. Good idea. Okay, and then got a nice email, and this is Michael Coward taking some folks out. Let's go ahead. This is Scott Lassie sent this, and he went fishing with Captain Michael Coward, and he took his grandson and looked at that nice fish there, and he said really nice letter about Michael and how he was a good fishing trip that he had. Okay. All right, that takes care of pictures. Let's take our break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I'm not going to tell y'all when Father's Day is, but I want you to look on the calendar. Do y'all realize how close we are to Father's Day? It's sneaking up on us. And of course, my dad's not here, but we got a lot of fathers in the viewing audience and grandfathers and all. So you know how we like to make these lists of things you can get an outdoorsman for Father's Day. So I started scrambling. I looked on the calendar. In fact, I had to go double check it. And be honest with you, it's sneaked up on me as far as us making plans, doing different things with different family members. And it's going to be this Sunday, but go double check it on your calendar. Anyway, I started last night. I started writing down some neat ideas for Father's Day for the outdoorsman. I like to do this. Plus, during last Mother's Day, the whole week we gave away special prizes on Mother's Day week, and we're going to do the same thing. I promise you, we're going to do the same thing on Father's Day week. In fact, we're going to give away some stuff today, and every day this week we're going to give away some really cool stuff for Father's Day. We're going to draw some in a minute, but let's talk about some ideas, some really cool ideas. Price anywhere from $10 to whatever you want to spend on it. The first one I wrote down is cast net. A bait net, it doesn't have to be cast net from mother, a bait net, but a good cast net, that's a great idea. Call Bill McNeil. He's not going to be making very many more. In fact, he's made me some fine nets in our last 20, 30 years, and they're just really good nets. So a cast net is always a great idea for Father's Day. Number 2, a fishing trip with a local guide. We have some fine local guides that, you know, you want to go red fishing, trout fishing, pompano or flounder, whatever you want to target. They can hook you up literally. So get with them. That's a great, you know, just get a certificate and get the date set up and all. Number 3, of course, a rod and reel. That's on everyone of ever doing a rod and reel. A good, you know, it's just technology. You know, I got a lot of this old stuff myself. Every time I buy something new, I'm fascinated with the technology on rods and reels, and they just keep improving and get better and better. And I'm going to really get into some. In my surf fishing, I'm going to really start casting for distance. We're going to talk about that later on. I'm going to start getting out of that further now for trying to get some redfish since pompano season's over. So rod and reel, really good. And of course, my book, Full Box, I always mention that as a gift. It's at C&G, Sunjammers down at Blue Water. All the sponsors have them, and you know, I'm just very humble and thankful for all the blessings I've gotten from that book. So many people have told me how much they enjoy it, and I just know if you have anybody in your family that likes outdoor stuff like fishing and the history of it, they'll really like that, I can promise. Number 5, a guided hunting trip. Now, I know it's not hunting season and all, but you know, you can take a trip up to Alabama, or a lot of people go to Kentucky now. Just a guided trip. That's a really neat idea on hunting. You can go with or without a guide. You might just want to, for the weekend, hook up in one of these hunting lodges, and you know they'll put you in the stand and all that. Or you know, that's a great gift. Check those out. You can get online and do that. Camping, tent, a new tent. You saw where on my fly fishing trip last month, I took my tent up there, and it's really, really neat. It rained almost every day, but we had to fly over it, and again, the advancements in camping gear is just really cool for outdoorsmen. So any kind of camping stuff, if you have a nice tent, a good camping stove, and I want to encourage you to do some tent camping in the spring and fall. It's great tent camping here in the Panhandle or up in the mountains, anywhere. Tent camping is just cool, and I still love to sleep in a tent. Okay, number 7, a kayak. Run down to Blue Water, check out those kayaks, and you know, you can get there all kinds now. And if you don't like the ones he has on store, he'll order you one. So kayak is a great one. A smaller one, present number 8, binoculars. Okay, we talked about binoculars before at Christmas time. Number 9, outdoor rain gear. All these spotty showers popping up, you know, like we had every morning, or right in the middle of the morning. You look on the radar, just pop up and rain on you. So if you want to have some really good gear, really good rain gear, have it on the boat or have it in the truck when you're outdoors. So good rain gear. Now run down to C&G and check that out. Good quality stuff. Number 9, that was number 9. Number 10, any kind of clothing, the outdoor clothing, your all kind of shirts and long sleeves, short sleeves, sports shirts, or cool shirts, good material. Any kind of long pants or good shoes, any kind of outdoor fishing stuff is an excellent. There's going to be a lot of that bought too. Excellent Father's Day gift. Okay, I was going to do just 10, but I was just on a roll last night, so I didn't do 10. I did 20. So I'll move faster. Number 11, a grill. You know, a lot of guys love cooking out, and it's still a lot of fun, and all kind of neat grills. I'm not saying you have to buy those real expensive ones, but those grills do get worn out. So get a new grill. Number 12. Freshwater, this has never been suggested for a Father's Day gift. For these freshwater fishermen, how about a gift certificate for 1 year supply of crickets? Think about that. Now, if you do a lot of fishing and have a gift certificate and for 1 year supply of crickets, okay? Number 13, about a year's supply or season supply of corn, okay? Well, that's a cool, creative idea to give your husband or your dad, for if they love to hunt and have a feeder and all. Say, okay, for your Father's Day, we're going to take care of all the corn for next hunting season. That's a cool. I like these cool things. Dutch oven, okay, that'd be 14. Number 15, all kind of knives. Knives are just really cool. Those survival knives, those fillet knives. They're just all kind of knives. There's something on it, helping them clean fish or game or doing some kind of outdoor activity. Number 16. fly rod and reel, some kind of fly fishing equipment, or supply of flies, anything along the fly fishing line, this is a great season right now for fly fishing. And give you a beginner set to get started into it. Look at that. Number 17, those multi-tools that have all kind of things on them. I love those things. You need more than one now. You need one in your truck, you need one at home, you need one at your camp, and you need one around somewhere around your garage in case you lose the other one. So you got to have a couple of those. Okay, that was a good one. Number 18, new outdoor boots. It could be hunting boots or hiking boots or some kind of really good, strong shoes that an outdoorsman can use. And this is so important. There's good support and all. Even this time of year, snake bite, any kind of snake bite boots are really good. Number 19, mask, snorkel, scalloping, any kind of scalloping equipment and knives, or scalloping season is a little over 2 months away. It's going to open up August the 17th here in our county, in the Gulf County area. Now the other area is going to open up in July. That's right around the corner. So any kind of new mask, again, technology improved on that. New mask, new snorkels. Okay. And number 20, of course, the last one, always a gift certificate to any of our fine sponsors. Just let them pick out what they want. So there's 20 things right there. Okay. So now let's give something away for Dad. I'll tell you what. We'll take a break and we'll come back. We'll give it away. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at one time today, looking at 11:39 to 1:39, right in the middle of the day. And our winner's going today for the Father's Day giveaway, some floating pliers. I still use these. They're amazing how they work. So just all kind of little stuff in here. A nice T-shirt. In fact, it's still in the package. Let's see. This is a pin one, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, a pin T-shirt, really top quality shirt there. And look on the back of it. Okay, got a big fish and everything. Somewhere here. I got a pin. Nice shirt, people. That's very popular. Long sleeve. Okay. Over the hat, a flashlight. Jeff Peck's Walk Through Nature. Some caps. Okay. How about a Mexico Beach cookbook, the Mexico Beach Artificial Reef Association cookbook, all kind of neat stuff in here. That's some really good cooking right there, and a nice Shakespeare reel. Okay, that's our Father's Day. Oh, plus a sea deck to go on top of the ice chest to make it a seat right here. So now the winner's going to be, now remember, we got to draw a guy's name. Remember, girls, we one day we drew about 5 guys out before we got a girl. So same thing here. The winner's going to be, let's see, right, the first one. Homer Reed from Press Nails, Homer Reed. All right, congratulations, Homer. All right, now let's move on. I was going to make a couple of announcements here. One of the things, the tip of the day. I was doing some fishing last week down in St. Joe Bay, and popping cork. I was going to show you the tip of the day. When you use different popping corks, a lot of times they get, it's hard to put the store and all because you still want to keep the hook on them. You can't see it all, but I got the hook. So my tip of the day is go ahead and put all your stuff like this in a plastic bag, okay? A little plastic sandwich bag. And it stuffs in there, and you don't have to worry about the hook. You leave the hook on there, and then just zip it up and put it in a tackle box. And if not, it's going to be all tangled up. So that's our tip of the day. So all those little things you do, it just makes you more aware of being safe and all, and also gives you more fishing time. I was thinking about that last week when I was fishing off my boat. I had a couple, I was switching lures and all, and one of them I wanted to go to a different color, and the popping cork was on one, so I just clipped it off, and I said, what can I do with this so it won't get in the way? So that was the tip of the day. And also, speaking of St. Joe Bay, I fished there a lot last week, and I never get over the fact of how amazed I am at how many sharks I see year after year after year, trip after trip. Gail and I fished a lot together. We were talking about it. We figured about 90% of the time that we're out there fishing or scalloping, about 90% of the time we're going to see a shark. And most of them in the 6-foot range, and every now and then we'll see a really big one, and then we'll catch a bunch of small ones aggravating. But there's a lot of sharks in St. Joe Bay, so be aware of that. I always worry about people scalloping and all, but sort of stay away from the deep channels and all, because they're going to come up out of the channels. They're going to cruise the flat and then go back in the channels. That's their MO. every time. And what's fascinating though, on a quiet, really still morning, right there after daybreak, about 30 minutes, they're real active, and you can see the water's still. And last week, I wish I had a camera on, but I saw a wake coming toward the boat. I knew exactly what, and the closer it got, the bigger the wake it was. And sure enough, it got to within about 10 feet of the boat, and he saw the boat because the sun was behind him. And he of course made a quick turn, but just watching that wake was something like out of a movie. It's in Jaws and all. And also know the patterns, June patterns of your tides in St. Andrew Bay and also in St. Joe Bay. Remember, morning fishing is the best fishing in the summertime because, first of all, the weather's cool and all. You want to get up there right there at daybreak and all. But the afternoon now, you have these low tides. You have those high tides in the morning and low tides at night. Same way, and it's hard to get up in some really good fishing water in the afternoon. So if you want to fish afternoon, you want to fish channels. You want to fish in the mornings, which is, and you want to, as a rule of thumb, you want to be fishing when the dawn is, and when you want to be out there before the sun starts cracking through. You want to watch the sunrise on the water, and we're able to do that some. Sometimes we're not able to, but you really want to be out. You really got to get out there. And personally, we like a 4 or 5 hour fishing trip. By 11 o'clock, you usually start wrapping it up. The sun's getting hot, and storms starting rolling in. So that's our summer fishing pattern. So make sure you know those. Also in June, we got a lot of, June is a tarpon month, and I didn't see any jumping, but I've got some good words. The tarpon are here. Also, some sailfish were in last week, and a big run of wahoo about last Tuesday, Wednesday. I saw it was a big run because I saw pictures from the first boat had some, then another boat. I saw 3 or 4 boats that hooked up in wahoo. I know that's just a huge school coming through because everybody hooked up within a day or two, and then I haven't seen any since then. So be aware of what's going on. June's an exciting month in the outdoors, and the river's about to get right. It's still not there yet. Sand hill ponds, the lakes are doing good though. So you see, with June now, it's going to if things just start settling down as far as the thunderstorms and all, you'll be catching a lot of fish. I got some special guests coming tomorrow, and the next couple of days, some really good guests. So you have a great day. You do something good for your fellow man. Enjoy our great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.